Remember to catch your favorite WLRS Crypto Radio content on Spotify and everywhere podcasts are heard. Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Show, brought to you by WLRS Crypto Radio. I'm your host, David, and I'm here with Dylan and Austin this evening to cover the most recent crypto stories happening today. As always, this information is for entertainment and educational purposes only, and it is not financial advice. Today is April 6th, and that makes it Siamese Cat Day.
It's a good day.
Dylan, you have a cat.
I do, Willow.
But it's not a Siamese cat. How does Willow feel about the whole situation here?
Hungry.
Hungry?
Yeah, about this time, she's hungry. So she'll be here soon. She'll yell at me about me not feeding her. So yeah, I'd say overall just a hungry feeling about the Siamese Cat Day.
Just a general hunger feeling? Yeah.
Just a general hunger, yeah.
Austin, you got any cats roaming around?
I fucking hate cats, dude. I'm going to be honest with you. I actually hate cats.
Cats are probably a top pet in my book because dogs are so frustrating. Like, you got cat people, dog people. You know, cats win, dude.
What?
Yes,
I've got both.
I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Because the very second you need to leave the house for more than 20 hours, you have to do something with your dog.
It's true.
Somebody's got to come over and watch it, or you got to bring it somewhere, or you got to pay to board it somewhere. A cat, dude, you got easily 3 days before anyone needs to get involved.
So your position for why cats are better is because they don't require as much attention.
Yeah.
As a pet. That's a fucking terrible point, dude.
No, it's not. No, it's
D-Bank
not. They're just fluffy. They're just as fluffy as dogs.
They're sleazy.
Smaller poops. They hunt mice. Like,
yeah, but it's poops inside your house, dude. Like,
in a dirt box in a specific. It's like, you know, my dog has had more shit accidents in our house than my cats.
I don't know, man.
I will say the barfing though. The barfing is a problem.
See, Willow's not a very pukey cat. I've been very lucky in that respect. But Willow is actually the first cat, as far as I know, in any of me or Austin's immediate family. We were dog people growing up. Mom did dog rescue, so no cat exposure, really. And Willow kind of just showed up at my front door during the pandemic, and I opened the door and she shot up the stairs and started playing with Frank, who had never been around cats at all. And they played, and I was like, damn, I guess I have a cat now. So I went and took her to the vet, got her checked out, and went and got all my cat accessories.
Yep.
And
gotta get those.
She was spayed 2 weeks later, and she ain't left since. Good kitty.
Yeah.
100% recommend.
Now, this is funny. Honorable mention, it's National Burrito Day. And I don't know how many episodes it was. Not very many episodes ago where I said it could be National Burrito Day and you could miss it. And here we are.
We are.
Burrito Day, April 6th.
Love
and
it.
I do have a third honorable mention. It is New Beer's Eve. And that is because Prohibition ended on April 7th. So that's tomorrow. Shit. So have a beer or something.
Who makes these holidays?
He won't tell you.
I got a source where I find out.
You got a source for holidays?
He's got a guy for that.
I got a guy. And
Man,
I will not disclose. I will not disclose. It's very easy to find my source, but I'm not going to just say it.
You will have to look for it.
But there's a website that tells you what day it is, what kind of crazy holidays are going on. There's something every single day. But we're bringing that to you, so you don't even have to go find it. I bring it right to you guys. And you know who else brings it? Our amazing sponsors. This week's content is brought to you by WarFi, an intuitive investing experience on Binance Smart Chain. Buy a Warbot NFT and let it accumulate rewards from trading bot investments. Learn more for yourself at warfi.games. And I think they also just announced some bigger NFTs. If you have big fat bags, you can get, I think, a tank or a Hummer Warbot NFT. Obviously, it's going to have a bigger yield because it costs boatloads of money. This show is also brought to you by Vinium Finance. Take control of your money and become your own bank with Vinium. They're building a lot over there, including NFT collateralized lending and borrowing, permissionless leverage yield farming, and revenue generating services beyond simple lending interest. Vinium lets you unleash your capital. Learn more for yourself at vinium.finance. Boys, ready for some news?
I am. I haven't got to see much news today. I did a NFT mint for today, the Doggerinos on AVAX. So most of my Twitter was eat up with the Doggerinos mint. I got my.
Who made it? Oh, that was your buddy, wasn't it?
Wrath Tank, yeah, Wrath Tank and Stupith is.
Are they PFPs or what?
No, it's actually a dynamic NFT that it starts as a puppy and it grows into multiple different versions all the way up until older age, I guess.
They're like gonna like a Tamagotchi, and then when it gets to the end, it rugs you.
No rug. I think it gets to a certain point and stops, and then they're gonna have accessories for them that you can add to the NFT and stuff like that. It sounds like a really neat project.
Yeah, that's fun. So obviously, the last few days we've covered, everything from like Operation Choke Point 2.0 and the covert attack on crypto to, some conspiracy behind Signature maybe being a target because of its strong ties with Tether. We have more Signature Bank news. The NYDFS, which is the New York Department of Financial Services, said this is their word, ludicrous to think Signature Bank's collapse was connected to crypto. So the superintendent of the NYDFS reportedly dismissed claims the U.S. government was working to implement Operation Choke Point 2.0. And I think the second someone goes out of their way to say something's not happening, it's happening.
So every day it's like, every day you read the news and you think more and more like this is just like blatant falsehoods. And I know this comparison gets thrown around a lot, but it's starting to look like that book 1984. Ever heard of it?
We're going to get a 1984 count for you. Although I did see a TikTok, I didn't do any deeper research into this, but I guess someone was saying 2 + 2 = 4 is, or 1 + 1 = 2 or something, is like a white supremacy thing. And so they are saying that 1 + 1 does not equal 2 because it's a white supremacy thing. I don't know. Listen, it's just a TikTok. Dylan, I know. I'm a big math guy myself, and
I'm not, but I do know a thing or two about counting.
Counting.
Count.
So this was from Adrian Harris, who is the superintendent. They said the closure of the crypto-friendly Signature Bank in March had nothing to do with exposure to digital assets. According to an April 5th report, the Wall Street Journal, Harris made the remarks at Chain Analysis Links conference in New York City. She reportedly described the events leading up to the failure of Signature as a new fashion bank run, quote unquote, calling the idea that it had any relation to crypto exposure ludicrous. And they said, we took control of the bank on March 12th, claiming it was protecting the U.S. economy from system risk. Yeah, I mean, it smells funny.
It stinks.
It stinks in New York, and it's not the trash because it hasn't
also
thawed out
stinks
yet.
The trash there.
In the spring?
I've never been. Don't want to go.
I've been in the summer. It's very smelly.
I can't imagine it's not.
I mean, there's so much trash. It's a huge city, and there's so much trash.
It's gigantic.
They can't get it all out before it starts
And not a lot
smelling.
of land, realistically.
Yeah.
I don't know what the per capita is, but I bet it's a lot.
You know who else doesn't have a lot of land compared to the rest of the planet? Peru, who is considering a move to a CBDC to improve its payment system. The Central Reserve Bank of Peru has published a paper that said it will be the first in a series to examine the need, design, and timing of a Peruvian central bank digital currency. And this was reported by John Kiff, the research director at the Sovereign Official Digital Association, or SODA. And I put that in because I like the acronym.
What's the CBDC bank name? Would it be like PUSC?
I don't know.
What is the Peruvian currency?
Austin, we don't tolerate that inappropriate PUSC. Yeah, this very... the dude kept his mouth shut for 11 minutes now, except for to talk about how he doesn't like cats. And the very first thing out of his mouth is a vagina joke.
Come on.
Fun fact, the Peruvian dollar is called SOL, SOL.
SOL?
No.
Well, guess what? America is going to be SOL, SOL, if it doesn't get its act together and stop trying to live like it's in 1920.
Yeah,
1984.
Dude, they are
1984. There you go, Dylan. Sorry, Austin.
I just think that it's I don't know. The U.S. is fucking weird right now, man. It's just they really are trying to make crypto. They want to take it away, but they also are just trying to bulldoze their way of getting a CBDC in, so that they can regulate it more. It's just like any other industry that they've cut down so that they can regulate it. THC and marijuana, prohibition with alcohol. It's all the same, exact same playbook of the same lawmakers, of the same lobbyists doing the same shit. Every single one of them is paid off, and it's just it's sad, man. I think that it's only going to get worse.
It's absolutely going to get worse. I mean, like, I think it'll be timed appropriately with the total collapse of the U.S. dollar buck. As Dylan has been reporting on every single international transaction, not in U.S. dollars, bucks, it's going to come. Like the dollar is going to blow up, and they're going to be like, "Don't worry, CBDC." And then boom, fixes it, right? And now they own all your money.
I did read an interesting theory today that gave me a little hopium about how if China continues the string of like trying to de-dollarize the rest of the world, essentially we've got two options here. The US dollar shifts from being backed by petroleum, which it always has been, petroleum and debt, and it will then shift to being backed by the military, which we have the largest of in the world. So we're either going to war here or China backs off. I think China sees the opportunity, really. So I don't see them backing off. But I also read that if the U.S. debt system coughs, the rest of the world is going to essentially crumble. Whatever coughs we have causes the BRICS nation, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China. I think, what's the last one? I can't remember what the S is. But anyway, BRICS
Soviet
catches
Russia.
No. BRICS causes or BRICS suffers from a full-blown flu. So maybe they're willing to suffer through it. I don't think they are, but we'll see.
Yeah. It smells like a World War III. And it smells like the draft age is going to be 40. And Austin, I'm totally willing to let you in on this. Dylan and I already agreed the second they announce the draft, I'll drive to your house and we'll all just smash each other's feet with a sledgehammer.
Did y'all see that video of the Russian guy that did that early on in the war, where they had their friend jump off a step onto his leg and broke it in half, so he didn't have to get drafted?
That's what
I
you got to
think
do,
if I'm
man.
draft dodging, there's not going to be a camera involved. I have a condition.
That's people nowadays, and we'll get to that a little later, just with more of that. By the way,
teaser?
South Africa is the S. So it's not Soviet Russia, it is South Africa. Yeah, that is in bricks. So that means Jason over at WarFi, where you can buy an NFT that gets you yields, his country will be hurting. And speaking of fun acronyms, we've had a bunch tonight: BRICS and SODA and NYDFS.
PUSC.
BTC Ordinals face new and stiff competition from stamps. Have you guys heard about these stamps?
I have not.
No. Well, let me tell you. There's a new wave of NFTs starting to flood the Bitcoin blockchain, and they're not in the form of ordinals. The emergent stamps, secure tradable art maintained securely protocol, is proposing a different method of embedding image data into the OG blockchain, making it different compared to inscription technology that exploded in popularity earlier this year. Rather than storing image data within prunable transaction witness data, Bitcoin stamps store it directly within spendable transaction outputs. And according to the creator, by doing so, the data is preserved in such a manner that it is impossible to prune from a full node, preserving the data immutability forever.
I'll say it. I don't know what ordinals are, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. I understand that they're Bitcoin NFTs.
Yeah, we're like boomers, right? In that regard, like
these newfangled NFT. Back in my day, NFTs just cost you money, and then you lost it, and it was a monkey. So what's an ordinal?
It's just a Bitcoin NFT, don't you know?
But how did they do it? How did they go into Bitcoin, which I assumed had no DeFi situation? It was just a secure store value, and add a picture. Did they add monkeys?
Prune a node. I haven't pruned a node in
been years now.
I
don't get it.
I stay out of the NFT game mostly. But
I heard people talking about ordinals, which is such a weird word anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's part of why these ordinals are also going to have an issue. And I did want to talk about that. It's like, I mean, I think ordinals versus stamps is probably the equivalent of HD, DVD, and Blu-ray.
Gotcha.
Right? When we had that battle, you know, when
Blockbuster
had the HD DVDs, the DVDs, and the Blu-rays all at once. Only one Highlander style is going to win. And stamps is a lot easier to remember and say than ordinals.
Which is a dumb word. It's just not a good branding tool. Yeah.
And branding is a big deal.
It is a big deal. Branding's almost everything.
Absolutely.
It's pretty close to
it. Yep. Did you guys know that 73.3% of all rug pulls in Q1 this year happened on BNB?
I would have assumed Arbitrum was coming up there.
I'd say they're the other 27%.
26.7%.
What a stat.
So BNB was once again the king of rug pulls because it's shitcoin central over there. Like if you're gonna make some weird coin, some Shiba knockoff, it's gonna be on BNB.
It's 100%. Or it's all BNB.
It just has such a good funnel of liquidity. You know what I mean?
It does.
The number one DEX essentially making it the easiest access to the chain, with a full on sponsorship of the chain. Right? Like it's not decentralized, and it's I don't know. It's one of those things that like I don't see anybody dethroning that without their own. Like AVAX isn't going to get decentralized or getting a centralized exchange. Ethereum's obviously not. Like BNB,
but the improvements to Coinbase help. But again, that's a lot of people just aren't exposed to AVAX in general.
I don't know. I wish that Binance would be more agnostic, and they kind of are. But obviously, they developed an entire layer one. So
what are they going to do? Like keep people from launching coins. It's half their revenue right there. You know, it's
well, like any
burning BNB.
governance, like CZ would just control the governance, so it's like stupid. The whole thing is stupid.
Yeah, well, CZ's been dealing with his own stuff, so
True.
trying to get unsued.
Unsued.
So yeah,
he changed his picture to him being Hulk. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I didn't see that one. No.
He's now the Hulk. So I assume that he's threatening people not to make him angry.
Better not. I have some more. He's spicy on Twitter. He should work for Wendy's. If he gets in trouble, he can just go work for the Wendy's Twitter. I have some more numbers here. So this is from the report Crypto Losses in Q1 2023. It investigated a variety of crypto hacks and scams in the first quarter. It found that Ethereum and BNB chain were the two largest targets for hackers and scammers, with 68.8% of total losses from these combined. So ETH and BNB hacks and scams was 70%. And 41% of that 68%. So like 41 out of 68, not, you get it. BNB. So mostly BNB. Yeah, I don't know. Be careful on Binance. Be careful anywhere. Jesus.
Is that financial advice?
Yes. Be fucking careful. Okay. You know who hasn't been super careful? BitBoy.
You want to talk about brash? That boy is.
Who's BitBoy?
Well, we'll get BitBoy has a podcast. He's the guy we said we were going to take down by Thanksgiving, and we didn't.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I had a brain fart. What kind of drama is he in?
Oh,
I love it.
I have the story. All right, hold on. Let me prepare some stuff. You guys talk about cats and dogs or whatever else.
I gave my dog a bath today.
Yeah?
Because he stank. I was over there yesterday and bro was rotten.
I feel like my dog smells more after I give it a bath.
Calvin's got a he loves to roll around in whatever he can find out in the yard. Not like shit or anything, but he sees a dead bird, he's gonna roll on it. You know? And I don't know if that's what he rolled in, but if he sees something like that, he's gonna roll on it.
Yeah.
He'd be rolling.
He do be rolling.
All right. So BitBoy finds himself in hot water for both a class action lawsuit against him, and I have a lot to go into. So there's a class action lawsuit filed against him, as well as aggression from loyal fans in response to said class action lawsuit. And okay, so I'm just going to say that this lawyer, I'm going to read the story, sounds like he's a rookie in crypto land. Okay, so lawyer Adam Moskowitz says he feels threatened by influencer Ben BitBoy Armstrong. So he's contacted the FBI and local police because he's concerned for his and his family's safety. Moskowitz told Decrypt in an interview that the threats came rolling in after his law firm filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of its clients against a number of influencers, including Armstrong, back in March. Moskowitz's clients are seeking over $1 billion in damages, and they allege that Armstrong and others promoted the sale of unregistered securities due to their paid sponsorships with the now defunct crypto exchange FTX. Now, his quote is, "My family and I have never been threatened before this, whether in a court of law or outside a court of law. So I take this very seriously. I've informed the FBI and I've informed our local Pinecrest police." All right, so this dude's getting his first death threats from crypto people because they love it. They love the fucking death threats. And this guy's, he's going full law force. He's got the FBI involved.
I've never understood. Like we talked about this briefly in one of our previous podcasts. Is that to make an active death threat on someone is such a burdensome thing. Who has the time to be threatening lives? It's just crazy to me that that is even a reality. So if you're and especially if you're a fan of someone, like if I'm a fan of Space Games with Dave, and someone were to slight him and to make death threats because of that
on his behalf,
that's so wild. Like that's real mental illness.
Real mental illness. Hashtag that.
Seriously, dude. That's crazy to me.
But yeah, it's definitely this lawyer's first time, going anywhere near crypto people, because it's like probably 2%. I would say 0%, 0.00% of regular folks, would pull out a death threat. But when you get into crypto, it's easily 2%.
Yeah.
It jumps up.
BitBoy is also the one that when FTX went defunct, he went down to the Bahamas.
Yeah, he said, "I'm going to fight you," and
demanded SBF come fight him. Like he was outside of the compound there where they were staying. So yeah, he's really attached himself to controversy in crypto in general. He makes everybody in the space look worse.
It's going to get worse.
Not only these people's integrities, but how they appear and how they look. He goes completely over the top with damn near everything, and I just personalities like that I just don't really enjoy, because he's almost gotten away from any kind of crypto relevancy to the point where now he's just a controversial actor in the crypto space, which is just is that what you wanted to be when you grew up, BitBoy? You wanted to just be toxic? I know you're listening, because I know I'm a threat.
Because he sees us coming up the charts.
We're a threat.
And,
yeah, absolutely.
He's like, I got to take these guys down. So I'm going to give them good content.
Lawyers incoming.
Now, Mr. Lawyer Man, Mr. Morowitz, if you are, or Moskowitz, I'm sorry. If you are getting death threats from people, do not say you contacted your local town name police.
Yeah, that's a bad
move.
That's
an amateur move, dude.
Like, you gotta.
This guy's never been death threatened before,
right?
Come on, that's death threat 10. That's death threat 101.
It's like, geez, I've informed our local Pinecrest police, which is probably 2 people, and oh my god,
Pinecrest, you say?
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Might as well just give them the local number.
Give them your address too.
It's exhausting. We really just need a bull market so all this toxicity kind of gets flushed out.
Yeah. So
when everybody's making money, they're all happy and nobody's threatening to kill anybody unless you're on BNB chain getting rugged. But
I don't know. I feel like in BNB, those BNB degens, they're just used to it. They just put $100 on everything.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel that actually. I would do that
on a personal level. Just $100 on everything. You can't.
I feel called out.
Like one of them's going to be the next cat girl. No, so BitBoy also made his own kind of dumb blunder. If you're going to have a class action lawsuit filed against you, I recommend not publishing threatening emails you have sent to the person. Okay, so this one says, hold on.
Daily reminder, you are a pussy.
Sending the emails, okay? All right, hold on. I got more.
Holy crap.
And then we got this one.
Hey, bitch.
Hey, bitch. Me getting your legal license taken is not a threat. It's a promise, you bitch. Thank you.
This is what I'm talking about. This is too much.
What the fuck, dude? Who has the time?
Like
he's posting these publicly.
Who put why and that's what
I'll never understand grown people getting this mad to publicly do this kind of stuff.
Again, if you're gonna do something like this, why are you publishing it? Like if it's illegal, why are you publishing it?
Yeah, I agree.
It's exhausting.
It's
we need a bull market.
Like when World War III comes and the draft comes, like we're gonna melt down the sledgehammer after we crush our feet. Like we're not gonna post it on TikTok. We're not gonna post it on Twitter. Hey guys,
Exactly.
These people these days, they're like, look what I just stole from the Dolce & Gabbana store.
Which they're actually they're stupid enough to do that these days.
They do
anyway.
it. They do it. They're like, guys, I just found out how to steal from Walmart. Like, I don't know. The brain cells are diminishing. We're at 30 minutes.
These are 15-minute shows, but this is a double up show because I didn't get
double show, so we were right on time. I only added the BitBoy story today. Everything else is yesterday's news because it was a pretty quiet day. Austin, do you want to say anything about Glacier? That new there's some kind of new DEX on AVAX.
Obviously that's where I've been. There was Glacier Finance launched. We've been working super hard on it. Super proud of it. It came out really well. We're the top 3 DEX on AVAX now. Over 15 million TVL. With some juicy APRs for all of your LPing and farming needs. And I think it's done extremely well. So I'm super proud, super happy with my team, and even Dave's going to get on board and help us with some graphics. Shout out Dave.
Yep. Yeah, I had to bug you, but we'll get to it. And with that, we're going to be out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we'll be back with another daily show Monday. So we'll see you then.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter if you're into that. Have a good Passover if you're into that.
Good Friday if you're into that.
All the days. Have a good burrito day. Have a good Siamese cat day. Have a beer for New Beer's Eve. Just relax. Don't send threatening emails to lawyers. And if you get death threatened, don't post your town. Thank you and good night.